What up, everyone? Shakiel Mahjouri here for CBS Sports, and you know who this is. He is the former UFC middleweight champion fighting Jiri Prochazka for the light heavyweight title at UFC 295 on Saturday with hands of stone and a face that apparently looks like it. Alex Pereira, how are you, friend?
Agora, né, reta final, mas sentindo muito bem, né, muito feliz, motivado, pô, empolgado aí para essa luta. Vai ser um grande dia aí.
I'm good, man. Final stage of the preparation. Very motivated for this fight. It's going to be a great day.
Now, I know that family can be a very strong form of motivation, and I saw that you recently reconnected with your long-lost son. Where did you find your son?
É o Tony, encontrei ele aí, pô, galera aí curtindo pra caramba, né? E sempre me marcando, né? Nos emojizinhos ali, tal, as paradas, brincando. E, pô, abracei, né? Uma coisa que a galera gosta, né? Então, como se fosse um pedido ali, né? Dos fãs, e, pô, abracei a ideia, pô, todo mundo sabe, eu sou um cara mais centrado, mais sério, né? E, pô, essa imagem aí combinou muito comigo, então tô levando isso comigo e, pô, tô gostando.
He called his son Tony, and he started with a joke. All the fans putting emojis with his stone face, and he's the kind of guy that doesn't smile too much, so he liked the correlation between both, so he embraced the cause.
I love it. Let's talk about the fight. I know it's one fans are very excited for. I'm very curious. Yuri obviously had my fight of the year in 2022 with Glover Teixeira. How valuable is it for you to have Glover as part of your camp, specifically knowing that he has gone 5 rounds with Jiri Prochazka? How has he helped you in that specific way?
O Glover sempre me ajuda, né? Sem pensar em adversário que ele já lutou, né? De todos que eu passei aí, ele não lutou com nenhum e me ajudou muito. Então, claro que pô, o Glover teve mais próximo ali, lutou, né? Então, com certeza me passou algumas coisas, né? Mas o que eu tenho para falar é que, independente se ele lutou ou se ele não lutou, ele tá me ajudando muito e, pô, tô aproveitando o máximo.
Man, Glover always helps a lot, and he gave me good feedback for this fight. But honestly, man, regardless, have fought Petey or had not fought him, Glover always helps a lot in any way, man. He makes a big difference on that camp.
One thing that stands out to me is, obviously your relationship with Glover. He was quite literally seconds away from beating Jiri Prochazka before Jiri found the submission. How much does it motivate you knowing that you can go in there and sort of avenge Glover and bring his championship and possibly now your championship back home?
Bom, pensando assim na luta do Glover, né? Muitas pessoas falam assim, pô, veio para vingar o Glover e tal. Eu não penso dessa forma, né? Eu acho que eu não posso tá emocionado ali com tudo isso, eu tenho que estar bem concentrado, né? Eu vou fazer essa luta, né? Como se o Glover não tivesse lutado com esse cara, né? Vou dar o meu melhor ali, sempre pensamento positivo, né? Sai ali com a mão erguida, né? Mas com certeza, né? Pensando nesse lado, né? O cinturão aí tava aqui na academia, né? Ficou com o Prochazka e, pô, tô indo buscar esse cinturão e vou trazer ele de volta.
Well, I'm not going with this fight with mixed emotions about vengeance because you know what I mean. I don't want to play that thing. I want to go with a very positive mindset. So I'm gonna fight like I'm gonna go with the mindset that they not even have fought before. But looking through the other side of being able to bring Glover's belt back and put that back in the gym, that means a lot to him.
One thing that really stands out to me about this fight is how quickly both of you have gone from UFC debut to fighting for your second world title. It took you just 7 fights to fight for your second title in the UFC. Jiri, 4 fights for a second UFC title. What does that say about how much value there is in gaining experience outside of the UFC? You're obviously a very decorated glory kickboxer, and other brands as well. Because we're seeing a lot of guys enter the UFC very young. What does it say about how much wealth of experience there is to get outside of the UFC before making that transition?
Bom, para mim foi muito importante, né? A gente fala do UFC, a gente vê o show que é, e a gente sabe que, pô, aquela adrenalina, né? Aquele nervosismo, né? Você chegar ali já, pô, nesse show é um pouco complicado, né? Mas eu, pô, já passei por várias vezes, né? Nessa situação, né? Assim mesmo no Glory, né? Pô, milhares de pessoas ali assistindo, gritando, às vezes a favor, às vezes contra. Então, eu passei por tudo isso, né? E quando eu cheguei, eu já estava acostumado com toda essa muvuca aí, esse show, né? Então, pô, foi importante eu ter essa carreira fora para chegar aí e não deixar, né, deixar atrapalhar, né, ficar nervoso por essas situações.
No, man, it's really fortunate that he was able to get there so experienced because he does plays a big difference. You got a young guy, you know what I mean? You throw him on a big arena with a lot of people watching, and it's a big show, you know what I mean? So many things involved. It does play a part, but the fact that he had glory for venues with so many people, sometimes more, sometimes less, sometimes with people cheering for him, sometimes people cheering against him. So that actually, you know what I mean, broke him down a little bit in a good way for him to come in and just do what he did.
Last thing on this fight before we move on, just very quickly, without giving away too much of the game plan, obviously, where do you think that Jiri presents the most danger for you? Because I think a lot of fans assume they know where you're most dangerous, but like, where is Jiri going to be the most troublesome?
Não, acho que pô, perigoso é a experiência que ele tem, né? Pô, a gente, pô, assisti, vi ele nocauteando, finalizando, então acho que eu, o perigo é em todos os lados, né? A gente fala de um adversário, né? De um cara completo, então eu tenho que ficar esperto o tempo todo, né? É onde que me traz esse medo, né? Esses pontos fortes dele é onde faz eu ficar mais esperto, né? Então eu acho que é um cara completo. Eu não vejo assim, é só bom no strike aqui, tem que tomar cuidado com isso. Não, eu acho que é com tudo.
No, the thing that makes him dangerous is all the experience that he have. You know what I mean? He's a seasoned fighter. He is dangerous. So, but that helps to keep Alex aware to not overlook the guy and
Yes.
get actually prepare for him and go over there and get it done. You know what I mean? He thinks he's a very seasoned, experienced guy, and that plays a part on it.
The last thing on MMA before we just talk a little bit about you to wrap this up. I'm sorry if you've been asked this today. Obviously, I don't know what you've talked about today. I just wondered if I could get your quick thoughts on your longtime rival, Israel Adesanya, announcing that he's going to take a long break from competition.
Não, na verdade, não dá para entender. Pô, um cara que gosta, né, de lutar, pô, mostra isso, né? Então é um pouco difícil, eu fico confuso, né? Eu não entendi essa declaração dele, mas eu acho que ele não fica esse tempo todo, né? Porque é um cara que, pô, que gosta, né? Ah, pô, mas o cara fez dinheiro e tal. Mas o cara gosta, entendeu? Independente da grana ali, ele gosta de lutar, então não sei, né? O porquê dessa declaração, mas vamos esperar e vamos ver o que vai acontecer.
Well, it's hard to say anything about it because you know it's hard to understand a design on that position. He's saying that he's gonna take all this time off, but you know what I mean. It's not only about money. The guy already made his money, but it's not all about that. He likes to fight, you know what I mean. So maybe he's just confused. So we have to hold on and see what's next.
Eu acho que ele volta antes. Eu, eu acho que ele volta antes.
He think he come back earlier than that. He
E muito mais rápido do que isso, muito mais rápido.
and faster than everybody believes.
Okay, I hope so. As a fan of both of you guys, Alex, you know your heritage I know is very important to you. Can you tell me, like, what was it like visiting this indigenous reservation in Brazil, and how much time did you spend out there, and what was it like?
Com certeza, para mim é muito importante, né? Sempre quando eu posso, né? Vou para o Brasil, eu gosto de estar fazendo essa visita, né? Que é um mesmo pessoal, né? Lógico, eu não nasci numa tribo indígena, né? Mas as minhas raízes são essas e venho de um lugar assim muito humilde também, assim como é lá em Coroa Vermelha, né? Na Bahia. E sempre quando eu posso, eu vou lá, pô, recarregar essas minhas energias e, pô, sempre dá certo e eu me sinto muito bem com esse pessoal.
No, man, it means a lot to him to always go and reconnect to his people. He also comes from very humble beginnings. So every time he goes to Coroa Vermelha, Bahia, and reconnects with the tribe, with his his people over there. It means a lot to him. Recharge him. It's important for him to go.
You know, as someone who's been trying more and more over the years to reconnect with my own culture, why are your cultural roots so important to you?
É importante porque eu relembro, né? Porque assim, a gente está numa situação hoje, né? Financeiramente bem, né? Tô com um outro pessoal, né? Então, às vezes as pessoas acabam esquecendo, né? Da onde a gente veio e acabam não valorizando as coisas. Então, sempre quando eu posso, eu tento reviver isso e estar perto dessas pessoas para me lembrar da onde eu saí, né? E não se deslumbrar com tudo que vem acontecendo.
Well, it's very important for him to keep him rooted, to keep him grounded, because, especially with everything that's going on in his life, he end up hanging out with a way different people. It's a different country. So it's always important for him to go back and remember where he come from, where he's made of, so he don't get deviated and don't lose his mind, like with things that fame brings. You know what I mean?
Well, last thing, Alex, and speaking of losing your mind, I always ask the fans if they have any question, and by far, this is the thing most people wanted to know. You don't have to answer it if you don't want to, that's okay. But do you have any experience with ayahuasca or any interest in it? I know it's something a lot of fighters have been thinking about lately.
Não, nunca tive e mesmo se faz parte da minha cultura, são coisas assim que eu não gosto, né? E sei lá, acho que é uma coisa minha, né? Eu já tive assim, eu sei que não tem nada a ver, né? Mas são coisas assim que quando eu saio, quando eu não tenho um controle assim de mim mesmo, eu não sei o que vai acontecer, eu prefiro não fazer.
Well, he did not, even though there is one thing normal on his culture there, the indigenous culture, he don't like, you know what I mean? And whoever did their problem, but he's not into it. And because he thinks about if it's anything that is gonna take him out of his own control zone, he don't want to do it.
Alex, if Glover ever thinks about unretiring, can you please ask him to wear this to the cage?
Pô, foi engraçado demais. Pô, ontem a gente, pô, se divertimos pra caramba aqui. Pô, a gente soltou um vídeo ontem, né, indo pros lugares aqui. E, pô, aqui a galera curte muito, né? Pô, ontem eu fui no supermercado e, pô, a galera toda fantasiada, entendeu? Fazendo compra com máscara e tal. Eu falei, pô, tem que entrar nessa vibe aí, pô, do Halloween e, pô, foi muito legal.
No, they had a lot of fun yesterday, man. Glover's fun. Yesterday was Halloween. Alex dropped a new video on his YouTube channel about yesterday. He went to the stores and stuff like that, dressed. It was pretty fun.
All right. Well, Alex, I got a couple of laughs out of you, so I'll consider this interview a success.
Não, eu sou um cara alegre, tô sempre de bem com a vida e se a pergunta é séria, pô, a gente responde sério. Se é brincadeira, a gente responde sorrindo.
No, man, he's a fun guy, man. You know what I mean? If the question is fun, if the question is serious, we respond serious. The question is fun, we respond laughing. You know what I mean?
I like it, Alex. I want to leave you with the last word. I'll do my part very quickly. Guys, thanks so much for watching the video. Please subscribe, thumbs up, leave a comment. Thank you to CBS Sports, as always, for empowering this video. Alex, ahead of your fight with Jiri Prochazka at UFC 295 on Saturday, if there's anything you would like to tell your fans, the floor is yours, my friend.
O microfone é seu onde a gente acabar. Recado para os fãs ou alguma coisa que você quiser dizer aí, é seu.
Bom, pô, falar que, pô, vai ser uma grande luta. Tô muito feliz, né, com tudo que vem acontecendo, com mais essa próxima luta. E, pô, vou em busca desse novo cinturão, dessa nova categoria e conto com a torcida de todos aí que me acompanham.
Man, just thank you all for the support. You know what I mean? Everybody that is a fan of fight, you know what I mean? Support me for this fight, fighting for my second belt in this weight class. Thank you all.